What's up, guys? We'll be getting started shortly over here. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
Hey.
Ready to go live when it hits 2.
That sounds good. In the meantime, do you want to pull up your
yes, I can.
The graphics for the winner that we're gonna have. And
it's okay. You can announce it now. It's me.
Woohoo! You're mind reader.
I need champagne.
It's funny. All right, I'm seeing.
Robert, forget it. I've won.
We got a couple more minutes left, and then we'll get going right after that. In the meantime, we'll let everyone join in.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I was trying to test the mute thing, and I didn't mean to mute everybody already. Sorry. You should be able to unmute yourself at least right now.
Yeah, you can. So we will, as we get started, guys, we will mute everyone, and then feel free to message in the chat if you need to message anything in. And when it gets to Q&A, feel free to unmute yourself, ask the question that you may have one by one, and just so we can respect everyone's turns. All right, it is time. Let's go ahead and go live in the group. Why don't you stop the recording and then start the recording again so we can have
Yeah. Also, I don't have permission to create lives in this group. So let me make you host quick. Corpus Christi, Texas. It's music. All right.
All right.
So let me bring. South of France, Michigan. That's near me. I'm in Wisconsin, near Milwaukee. Where is everybody else? Oregon. Nice. What else? Hawaii, Orange County, South Florida, Akron, Tallahassee, Spain, Hawaii, Sri Lanka. Go Pack Go. Thank you. I really don't pay attention to sports personally, but woohoo. Yeah.
All right. Steph, if you can bring your screen up again, please.
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. And I am just getting ready to start the live in the group. Guys, we'll be just starting here 1 second. About 1 second. Public.
Miami.
Group.
Detroit, also not super far. Ooh, maybe you guys are neighbors, south of France, South Spain. That'd be cool. Do a little meetup. Bulgaria, that's cool. That's cool.
A lot of different places.
Yeah, all over. Good thing I got a globe back there. I should start spinning it around, figure out where. I'm so bad at geography. Missouri, Orange County, England, Central Florida, lots of difference. Yeah, accents too. How Midwestern do I sound? I don't know. Probably because I do say, you know, after like everything. So definitely comes out there. That is funny. Tampa. Not too sure about the east side of Michigan, though. I stay on the west side. Yeah. San Diego, UK, Philippines. Wouldn't want to hear the valleys. Yeah. It's funny because the amount of media and what you consume does take effect as well after a while. South Wales. Yeah, I don't know. All over the place.
A little bit of technical difficulties here, guys. So bear with me a moment. We're fixing that right now, and we'll get started here in just a sec.
It just gives everybody more time to make sure that they registered for the giveaway.
That's
And
right.
I did notice. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you registered, make sure you register to the link that was provided, and if you need it, we are going to drop it in the group right now, so that or in the chat, so that you can register, because we are pulling the registration list is what's being entered into the spinning wheel. That's going to decide who wins. So be sure to register, please.
And you guys can even watch me do it, so that you know.
And here's the
Beyond, you beat me to it.
Here's the link in the
And
email.
for those sneaky people that have registered multiple times, I did only leave your name once. So good try. A for effort, but we did clear that out so that everybody gets a fair chance.
Yep, everyone should get a fair chance at winning. So this is the whole thing's going to happen live. You guys are going to see us enter the list and put everyone's name on there, and spin the wheel, and that's it. And then once the wheel is done, it'll announce the winner. And we have a couple of surprises as well for those who don't win. So don't worry, we've got you covered as well.
Everybody wins in the end.
Yeah. Steph, I've got Fur joining in as well. He's going
All
to
right.
help us go live. Can you make him the co-host,
Yeah.
please?
I'd love to. Oh, wait, you might have to because you're host.
Oh, okay.
Wait, just kidding.
Oh, never mind. You took that permission. Yeah.
I took
you're
it
good.
back.
All right. Looks like
That's
people
a
are still
crazy-
joining.
Yeah. And Beyonce said I won before everyone got on the call. Oh. I think it was a sneeze, actually, is what happened, right?
No.
That's funny.
You've gotta be committed, and you've got to project the optimism out there in order to win.
Right.
So
Manifest it.
yeah.
Make it happen. Oh, love it. Can you guys just see the graphic, right?
Yeah, that's what's visible right now on the screen.
I'm excited. If it actually does land on you, I'm gonna start placing bets. For real. Rigged. Oh, seriously, it's all we're using the new premium actions in HighLevel to in the workflows that when you guys register, it's automatically populating into a Google Sheet. So you'll be able to watch me grab everybody from the Google Sheet and go from there. So start with a blank canvas. Nick really wants it. I love it. This is funny. Oh, great. And we haven't even started anything and y'all are exciting.
I love the chat messages right now.
This is so funny.
Entertaining. While Fur's helping us get the live going. So what we're doing on this call, guys, is we understand that HighLevel, and I'm sure you guys all understand by this now, HighLevel is a massive platform, and it is definitely worth not missing out on the opportunity. As you guys know, we have the Academy for HighLevel, which has built courses that help you teach HighLevel in a very structured format. That is what we are giving away today to one lucky winner. You will have all levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, plus the certification to be known as an expert for the winner that wins. And if you don't win, don't worry. Like I said, we've got some surprises for you guys as well to take advantage of, which we are going to announce towards the end of the call. So stay tuned, and you're not going to want to miss out. The winner that we announce has to be registered through the link that we provided, and they have to be attending this live. So if someone registered and is not attending live and it lands on their name, and then no one claims it, if they're not here, we will be respinning to select someone else who is attending live. So be sure to register and make sure you're live attending. You're able to, and if you do land, if you're the name that's showing as the winner, unmute yourself, claim your prize, and we'll go ahead and get everything sorted out after the call. Stephanie will get in touch and get you the instructions to redeem your prize.
We already got your emails, so it's just a click of a button from there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we've got good turnout, about 83 people on the call right now.
If you win,
And let's see. All right, Steph, Fur's going to go ahead and get us live. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road. He's having a couple of issues as well. This is the first time we're trying to go live in this in the GHL experts group. So I think we should have tested it before, but
yeah, it's linking to the Extendly group. I'm trying to figure out how to get it connected to the experts group. Somehow it's pre-configured. I can't edit it, so I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go back on mute. I'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna exit the group, come back in, see if I can reset my settings.
Okay.
Okay.
Or host permissions away from me and re-add it to me.
I can do that now.
Okay.
We're GHL experts, not Zoom experts.
I can help with that. Just kidding.
There's an authorized app in the group. Ow.
All right. All right. So for while you figure that out, we'll go ahead and get going here.
Yeah, because the first couple things here we can just talk about. So obviously, put a me or one or whatever you want in the chat if you currently use HighLevel. And if you don't, you know, put 0 if you want.
We got a 0. Why
0.
are you Gary? I'm assuming you want to learn, but glad to.
Those are a lot of ones there. Wow. So you really use it.
New to the platform. Fantastic.
Great,
So
great.
You're going to love this platform. I'm sure everyone else that's on the call that's been using it as well can vouch for the platform, how amazing it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we welcome you to the HighLevel platform.
Same, new. Awesome.
Right.
I heard good things. Awesome. How many of you, especially for those new ones, how many of you have felt lost or overwhelmed with HighLevel at some point?
I definitely did.
Yeah.
I still feel it once or twice a day.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
0, I have nothing, but nothing makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to attempt to make some sense.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
like I said, it's a really big platform by this time, and it's easy to start feeling overwhelmed, which is why we have the structured course, so that way you're not bouncing from YouTube channel to YouTube channel to YouTube channel, learning a thing or two differently.
Brandy, that was great. Lost until I found you guys. First people who actually educate. That's amazing to hear. And with what Beyond just said as well, what resources do you guys currently use to learn? So things like YouTube, like Beyond mentioned, other resource libraries, figuring it out, making mistakes and learning from it.
Brandon said prayer.
Flounder around on the app.
Nick said Extendly chat, YouTube.
All of the above. Some from affiliates. Can't chat GPT just build all your workflows. Yeah, but you know, it's not always going to be right. And is it updated? We don't know. Still battling through some elements. The wonderful teacher I'm under. All right. That's awesome. So a lot of the time, HighLevel feels like a overwhelming system. And if I were to explain this to my boyfriend who knows nothing, I like to explain that, you know, Calendly and all of these other systems are kind of like the basic setup. You go in, you add a few customizations, but you're really getting just handed what the system does. Whereas HighLevel is really that extremely high quality, high performance, and highly customizable as well. So it is very overwhelming, but that is because you can really manipulate and make it do whatever you want it to do, which is super great. But also, where do you start? How do you learn anything, right? So overall, learning high level is very hard. There's a lot of competitive pressure when you start and as you're still selling, where, you know, different people are selling different automation software solutions, different prices. There's always that, oh, that person sells it cheaper, or this person, you know, does this support. Now, do I have to do that? There's a lot of questioning. That's how I end up explaining it most of the time. That's awesome. And the incomplete due diligence of, and with that lack of technical expertise as well, where you don't quite understand what the system does before you start selling it or start using it with your clients, and you're kind of figuring out as you go, stumbling around, which seems to be a theme from what you guys are saying in the chat as well, is just kind of breaking it and figuring out how to fix it. As well as the lack of technical expertise. So the agency may not have that expertise or have somebody to go to or depend on to build in the system confidently as well. So they still choose to sell it, which then everybody ends up back at high level support, which I'm sure we all have different stories that we could tell of, you know, lines and waiting longer than we'd like. And so it would be really, really great to have something else there.
And that's also where the panic starts as well. When the panic kicks in, and you're feeling, hey, what's going on? Or my client needs this, or I sold them X and now I don't know how to do it right. We've seen stories, especially in the high level official group, quite a many of those posting in that similar manner. So the approach we're trying to educate everyone on is learn the software that you're selling first, and then go out and sell with confidence. So it's not just learn how to build things using the course that we've put together. It's also learn so you feel confident in selling when your customers asking you those potential customers asking you those questions. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And they're providing sort of problems. Can your software solve this for me, that for me? You need to have and be ready to provide them a solution and have enough knowledge on the platform, even though if you don't know how to do it necessarily, or you're going to have someone else in your team take care of it, but you need to have the understanding of the platform to be able to say, yes, we can do it, and here's how we will solve that problem. So your customers feel more confident knowing that you really do know your product, and likely turn into a sale.
Exactly. And so a little bit about us, if you don't know us already. So myself, I'm Stephanie Blair, my mom, Melissa Blair, and myself run Cultivating Sales. We've been doing that since 2019 and using HighLevel to serve coaches and consultants and automating their online businesses. And we won the SaaSpreneur Award from HighLevel last year for over 100 clients. And we kept getting in the same boat where we wanted to serve our coaches and consultants and help them strategize how to automate their business processes. But we started drowning in support questions. Why isn't my form working? How do I make this work? How can I connect this with this? And it was so much that we couldn't keep up with it. And so having to do tech support for ourselves and being that new agency that signed up for HighLevel and was like, oh, this is going to be super easy and make everything a breeze. And it will over time, yes, if you optimize it correctly. But we started drowning in all that support that we couldn't keep up with and not actually serving the clients the way we wanted to and what we started our agency for. And so that's a little bit about our experience and where we came from and how we ended up in that boat as well. Beyond, I'd love to hear your experience as well.
Yeah, Brenda, we'll definitely get a HD photo for myself. I got to tell our team to get one of those together. But Steph, thanks for taking the time. So winning a SaaSpreneur Award, congratulations to you guys again. It is extremely important. And how you win it is by getting 100 clients. 100 SaaS users is what it takes to win. And Stephanie and Melissa, using their Cultivating Sales, which is a white label of HighLevel, won that award last year. And we have a goal to have as many agencies that we provide services to also help them win that award as well. So we want to put as many SaaSpreneurs as possible on that stage with that award, which is the reason why we've put together the pathway of the services here at Extendly, the Academy, which includes teaching you guys how to use HighLevel, the coaches that we have available in our group for free, just so we can provide the value to you guys to learn sales, learn prospecting, learn technical parts of HighLevel. All of that's there. And finally, the tech support side as well. We provide 24/7 tech support at Extendly. So that's there. How we got started with Extendly was sort of an accident. If I didn't learn HighLevel from the get-go, if I didn't spend the amount of time I spent, literally 3 to 4 months, day in, day out, I was inside HighLevel, figuring things out, breaking things, learning from what other people had done, taking a look at several different things, asking lots of questions, and until finally it all started to make sense. And then HighLevel came out with workflows, but back then it was triggers and campaigns. Then it was a whole new learning curve all over again. Right. So then HighLevel does that from time to time. New features come out. It's then a little bit of overwhelm again. And sometimes they pre-release the features in the labs and people start jumping in, especially in our support as well. Hey, this isn't working, that isn't working. Well, they're in beta. That's why they've released it, so they can get them used and learn what the bugs may be. But the overwhelm starts all over again, over and over every time HighLevel releases a new feature. So going back to the point that learning HighLevel is extremely important, and learning as we go is extremely important if you want any chance at capturing this amazing opportunity that HighLevel is actually putting out. It's worth paying attention and learning and investing time to learn this thing. If I didn't learn it, there would be no Extendly today. I wouldn't have enough confidence to run my own agency, let alone provide services to other agencies, train support staff to be able to provide the services to other agencies. So I would urge you to learn.
For the record, Cultivating Sales, we use Extendly support and live chat, and we're going to be moving to their onboarding. And we love the team just as much as before we partnered together with the Academy, and after. It's been an amazing experience. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in the audience that use Extendly feel the same. And for me, it was the same kind of thing. Came home from school during COVID when that hit. And my mom was like, hey, you want a couple extra bucks? I'll give you some grunt work. I was like, sure, I have nothing else to do. And that turned into all of this. And I never looked back, never went back to school, because I fell in love with this and helping other people and our clients learn the system. And that turned into everything you're going to hear about now and get for free. One person's going to get for free. So we saw it in others too, like Beyond mentioned, that learning HighLevel shouldn't be overwhelmingly difficult. Most people aren't sure where to get started or even how, and end up thinking about all the wasted costs, time, or even canceling. They don't have enough money to train or find new employees. And that even ends up doom scrolling through random outdated YouTube videos and resource libraries, or paying that new employee or trying to train that new employee that you may not even be able to afford yet, paying them to just sit through those YouTube libraries that are outdated anyway. So it becomes very hard. And eventually you kind of end up here where you start to refresh the page and you're kind of starting to figure it out. And then something refreshes and it breaks or it doesn't save. And you just have a moment where you need a second to breathe, right? Like, how many of us have felt like we've been in this position at some point? I know I have. And sometimes still do, just trying to figure out what process I want to have happen. It's so hard to find what you need in a hurry. Yeah, exactly. So what we learned from that is that we've seen time and time again that agency owners who genuinely excel are the ones that understand HighLevel inside and out. Once you know the platform, you can easily plug it into your problems your customers are facing and offer as a powerful solution. So that's where Beyond was saying that confidence, just knowing the system yourself And for beyond and our experience with cultivating sales, like we had to learn it for our own businesses first. And so diving into the system and building things out for our own businesses really allowed us to understand the platform. And then we could help our clients implement it even better and more successfully. Has the giveaway begun yet? Nope, not yet. So there's that. Having team members that knew the system inside and out allowed us to utilize HighLevel to its fullest potential. Those that knew the system were thriving, and those that didn't were failing. And those that were failing were the ones thinking about all of that wasted time, cost, or even canceling.
And to add to that, there's been several people that I've seen stories of that, hey, I've been using HighLevel for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, and I have no idea what I'm doing. We're wasting our subscription. How do I get started? And some people end up quitting and giving up. So we're trying to make sure that you guys have a proper pathway in a more structured manner throughout this course process to be able to spend the time needed to learn the platform and give it a fair share shot at it, because I truly believe this is, first off, it's an amazing platform. I'm sure many of you guys agree with me on that. And a lot of you guys have found success with it as well. We have found success. Cultivating Sales has found success. And it's just selling SaaS isn't the only route to success with HighLevel. There's plenty of different ways to maximize the opportunity with HighLevel, but it all starts with making sure you know what you're doing and what the platform can provide. So do spend the time to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. So at this point, we were kind of like, all right, we need to find a solution. So this is where a lot of agencies started talking to other agency owners and HighLevel users, especially in the community, saying, who can help with this? Who has that? Does anybody know how to do this? And trying to find somebody else in the community that had these resources that they were looking for and what we were looking for at the time. But there wasn't anything. We couldn't really find anything. There was some old YouTube videos, like I keep saying, that's pretty much the same thing here now. That hasn't changed much over the last couple of years. So we decided to create the Academy for HighLevel. Like I said, it all started with us working with our own clients, recording Loom videos for them, sending emails, writing things out, open office hours. And over time, that all kind of built up into a lot of videos, a lot of resources. So we started to put them together to make this course and this training. So what is it? There's 3 levels of these courses. So 1, 2, and 3. With over 100 lessons total and resources covering HighLevel. You can master level 1 in as little as a few hours through consistently updated lessons. So that's another thing that Beyond touched on, is everything's changing all the time. So we are constantly on top of adding new content, or at least adding notes into the lessons that things are updating so that you are aware of it. And then we're always going back and trying our best, very best, to stay on top of those workbooks and the video lessons as well. We want to build the user's confidence in the system without negative consequences. So a lot of the time when we're testing things out and figuring out how to use the system, we're doing it in our own account and we are bearing the consequences of that. So if things don't work, our clients and our business are being affected. And so this is a way for you to kind of play around, break things, experiment without affecting your own business or somebody else's if you're working with a client. You can save up to 6 months of wasted subscription costs in Overwhelm. And there's a ton of different resources in multimedia forms. It's not just a list of videos. There's workbooks, interactive lessons, different workbooks, snapshots, and help guides covering topics like workflows, appointments, and more. Our goal is to help you reduce frustration, generate more revenue, and launch your project in HighLevel. We have daily sessions to ask questions and work through examples, assignments and assessments to make sure that you're following your progress and you're understanding it correctly as you go. Because the worst thing is that you're learning all of this and then you find out that something you thought went one way is actually something else, and then you have to rewire your whole thinking of it. We want to make sure that you're getting that good understanding right away. And you can access and browse our directory afterward and even add your profile if you get fully certified. Also, just quick note, we do cover campaigns and triggers, but we don't talk about how to use them, but just how they relate to workflows now. Before we go more into what the system or what the program actually includes, I want to take a second to shout out the HighLevel team, especially the affiliate management team and Xavier over there. We entered into the course contest that they were running to teach HighLevel and help clients. And we actually won first place. So out of 17 courses and 578 lessons, we did take first place in that, which is amazing. So HighLevel knows what we're doing and they love it, and even said that it was amazing and truly enjoyed the experience, the courses, the quizzes, the value provided was immense and very grateful.
Yeah,
so
I believe
that's
we give access to Sean, Kelsey, and Xavier, and a couple other team members who looked over the course, and they came back and honored us with a first place position to say that this was a very well designed course that to teach HighLevel to the community. So
yeah, love it. So again, there's those different cheat sheets and guides. It's not just a list of videos, it's more of an interactive experience. So we have cheat sheets that are just a general understanding of a concept, guides that are more step-by-step and detailed explanations, build guides, which are specifically designed for our level 3 course that talk you through step-by-step how to build a lead magnet, how to build an event, things like that. And you can see a couple examples, troubleshooting tips, configure, things like that. So what is it? What's in each level? I've been seeing some really good questions come in the chat asking those questions along those lines. So now we can go through them. In level 1, we specifically designed this so that you can finish it in a few hours to a day. Oh, let's make sure we are all right. So you'll be able to log in and understand each settings tab, navigate through account and user settings, upload and manage contacts, smart lists, statistics, sorting, and bulk actions, create and customize forms, surveys, sites, automations, pipelines, scheduling, and more. And you'll be able to confidently start using the main features in a few hours. And yes, each level has these guides and cheat sheets, and we put them in each lesson that corresponds with it. And there's a lesson with all of like the master list for each level as well. So again, the point of level 1 is to give you a good overview of the main features in HighLevel. This is really great for those agency owners that are going to be assigning tasks to team members. They're not going to be the ones that necessarily are doing every little thing, but they're kind of managing and overlooking it. But you always start at level 1, even if you're going through all 3, because again, the knowledge piggybacks off of itself. Yeah, I'd love to hear your other thoughts on level 1.
Yeah. So level 1, guys, first off, it's designed in a manner where it's easy to consume. It's not super long, 18, 20, 30, 40-minute videos. These are very short, 2 to 5 to 7 maximum of minutes of videos that go over the knowledge that's needed to educate you on learning the platform. In level 1, we touch over the major features that you need to know to get started with HighLevel. Again, you don't need to learn every single feature in HighLevel. You don't need to master every single feature at HighLevel right out of the gate. So level 1 is targeted to help you gain the understanding what is HighLevel, how it functions, and how you can use the major features that are available there. So we encourage you to start using those features for yourself in your own business as you're prospecting, talking to customers. And there is a snapshot that's provided within that level as well. It's called our Quick Start Snapshot by Extendly. There's a whole series of video training on that snapshot as well that helps you set up and helps you understand how that snapshot functions, so that when you are ready to, after you've learned and you're ready to sort of build your own sub account, you don't need to go in and build every single workflow from scratch, build those automations from scratch. You're able to load in that snapshot and know exactly what's in there.
Exactly. And we'll touch a little bit more on what is in all three of those levels and just recap again what you get in all three at the end a little bit. So moving on to level 2. So in level 2, you'll be able to master the first level's lessons again, just a little bit more in depth this time. And you'll be able to navigate more niche features in the systems like the social media planner, chat widget, reviews, memberships. And we're really starting to break down those bigger concepts like the funnel and website builder into talking about blogs and connecting domains, as well as workflows, breaking that down between triggers and triggers and actions, which is really, really great because it's slowing that down for you, taking a little bit more step by step, breaking that down even more for your understanding. Again, going more in depth on those worksheets, those guides, everything else there. Again, you'll be able to customize domains, blogs, memberships, understand each feature's intricacies, and confidently understand all features at a deeper level. As well as each module in this level, there are mini quizzes to check your understanding. They're not graded. We'll get to more about the exams in a little bit, but you do have those little mini quizzes throughout there to check your understanding, making sure that you're building that knowledge appropriately. Bianca, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so in level 2, like Steph said, we go into more details of educating you on all the different features that are available. The course in level 2 touches upon almost every single feature in there, and we are constantly adding and updating newer lessons as well in an attempt to keep up with HighLevel. They may not become available immediately. For example, the day HighLevel releases the new feature, we do take a few days to understand the feature completely before we build a course around that. We do take to make sure any sort of troubleshooting that's needed on any bugs are worked out before we put it in. But generally, it's up within a week or two, and sometimes a little longer, sometimes much faster as well. But those lessons get updated as well. So you can rest assured that every time HighLevel updates, if you have the course, you will have the learnings to go along with it as well. And we likely have gone through all of the different functions of that to explain how they are used for you as well.
All right, love it. Well said. So then, great question in the chat that was thrown in there. Is there an advanced training on automation workflows? Well, let me tell you and introduce you to level 3. In level 3, you will be able to string the features together to build an entire process. You'll be able to build project bases like events, appointments, lead magnets, memberships. And this is where we're breaking that down step by step. So each lesson in each module is step 1, create your form. Step 2, create your funnel. And we're breaking it down step by step. And you're watching us walk through that. And you even get a sandbox account at this level to have the 2 screens. As you're working step by step through the lessons, you can also be doing that and building that in your sandbox account. And by the end of level 3, you already have yourself 7 different project bases, basically your own built snapshot that you can now clone and utilize for yourself or for your clients. And in level 3, we also have some challenges, which I'll explain in just a second. But those challenges are meant to be those real life applications that you can kind of flail around in if need be. But again, you're not negatively affecting anybody's businesses or your own. We talk about how to understand the base projects and how they can be applied in real life, how to tweak and customize them, master building simulations and challenges, and confidently tackle any internal and external project that needs to be built in HighLevel. So whether that's for your own team or for somebody else's. A little bit about those client simulation challenges. There's 10 challenges in level 3 that you must complete start to finish. And the point of this is that you're building out a request or you're troubleshooting a question that is kind of meant to be difficult, not have all the information, because clients don't give that in real case scenarios. I mean, we've all dealt with that. That's why we're struggling, right? That's why we may get frustrated. That's why we may have to go to support, because we're being dumped into these situations with clients that we haven't dealt with before and we don't know what to do. So this allows you to go through 10 different application challenges where you start with an email from a fake client, quote unquote, and it's saying, hey, I have this thing. I need it done by this time. Here's some of the information. This is what I want to do. And then you're asked to build out, what would you build for that first draft to present back to the client? What would you say? What would you suggest? How would you build it out? And this is all using those project bases that we're talking about earlier in level 3. So we're not reinventing the wheel every time. You're basing it off of these project bases because it's a lot easier and less intimidating to go to or have a client come to you and ask you to build something and be able to think about it like, oh, that's just a lead magnet going to an appointment, rather than every tiny little step that needs to be done. It becomes a lot easier to wrap your head around. And so this specifically is meant to ask you, what if we can't do something that they want to do? How are you going to troubleshoot it if someone goes, SOS, help, everything's broken? What are you going to do? How are you going to respond? What if, I already said, what if we can't do something they want to do, but that's super important. How do you have any ideas that you could suggest? Any improvements, suggestions that you could throw out there? And it's really cool because sometimes people come up with things that I haven't even thought of before. So I'm always even learning and thinking of different ways that the system can be implemented. So I highly suggest you, even if you don't win today, like Beyond was saying, we have some extra little goodies for you, but you should sign up and see if you can stump me. If you think you know this, see if you can stump me and see if you can figure out a new cool way to do the challenges that maybe someone else hasn't thought of. You have those questions to ask, resources to use, suggestions, other ways to utilize the system. And again, it's meant to not have all the answers necessarily because clients never give you all the answers. What happens when you're not prompted everything in an exam where it's saying, describe how to make a smart list? That's being prompted, right? What happens when you don't have something to fill out, when you have to come up with the answers and do that confidently as well? Beyond, I'd love to hear your thoughts on level 3 and those simulations.
Yeah, so those simulations that Steph is talking about, they're purposely built those way in that manner to challenge you, because in real life scenarios, and we've all gone through it, customers don't give you all of the information. They just say, "Hey, I want this." They don't even know if what they want is really what they want, or we need to go back and ask them, okay, what are you trying to achieve with needing this? What is the end goal? Maybe there's a better way for us to put something together that you are trying to achieve, right? So if what we need to focus on is what is the customer wanting to get out of this? So you've got those questions to ask, sort of brainstorming to do. And in these challenges, we force you to think about it in that manner to see how else can you help the customer here, because in real life you're going to be dealing with those type of challenges as well.
Mm-hmm. And throughout all of this, if you're putting an employee or team member through and you're having that be their training, we also have progress updates that will be sent to you every time they fail or pass or make progress. You also get updates as that employer to make sure that you're on top of it just as much as they are. Love it. Cool. So again, just to recap, what is in all 3 levels though. So regardless of which one you sign up for or upgrade to, if you sign up and want to upgrade to a different level later, you can totally do that and only pay the difference, by the way. You don't have to repay for it. But all 3 levels, you get access to daily live tech and sales trainings. Specifically on Fridays, it's Beyond and myself. So you can come and ask open questions about Extendly, about HighLevel, about the Academy. And we will always be happy to help there. And we have different sales and tech coaches each day of the week. And they are amazing. They are so helpful. It's not just little me that knows everything, because I can't possibly know everything. And these guys are amazing and so helpful and always really, really just energetic and positive as well. I mean, even if you don't have a question, it's really fun to jump on and just talk with them, learn from them, anything that they have to offer. And Beyond, if you could tell us a little bit about those coaches, why you picked them, what they're talking about, so they have more context.
Absolutely. So some of the guys that are on the team coaching, I have worked with personally. So I've gotten to know them, gotten to know their skills, their level of knowledge on the platform, which is why we selected them particularly to come in and teach all the agencies. Like I said at the starting of the call, our goal is to make as many SaaSpreneurs as possible by providing this. My goal growing up has always been, I want to help as many business owners as I can. And I found myself in this unique opportunity to being able to do that with agency owners. So which is why we're providing all the value we can. Zach Gilliland, he's a tech coach who's got plenty of knowledge building snapshots. He's actually worked on building snapshots for us. And he is now a chief product officer at Extendly, managing our snapshot store. So he is now part of the team as well, not just a coach. Steve Rosenbaum is a sales coach. He has 40 years of sales experience in agency sales, and he runs a white label of HighLevel as well. Has 100 plus customers on his white label also, and he's also one of Extendly's clients. So we provide support services to them all as well. Joel Keddy, many of you guys know him. He's been coaching in our group for quite some time. Provides great value every single time, and is a outside of the box thinker and understands HighLevel really, really well. We've seen him quite often jump in and answer a bunch of support questions for people as well. Alex Shalinsky and Brian Downard, they are with Prospecting on Demand. Alex runs a coaching program which focuses on teaching marketing agencies on how to sell, how to prospect. So he provides great value every Thursday at 1 p.m. when they get on. And then after that, Fridays, it's me and Steph answering Q&As and doing guest sessions as well.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So if you have more questions, you can join us after this on those Q&As and come ask more questions about Extendly, HighLevel, anything that way. Perfect timing for that. And again, in all 3 levels, you have those various guides and cheat sheets, and you have a master list in each level for all of those, as well as in the lessons that they need to be in. Beyond already mentioned that we have that Extendly quick start snapshot, so you can get set up right away. And I also love this because you can go back in and kind of dissect it, explore what they have built, how they have it set up. And it's a really cool way to look at a bunch of really not super advanced, because it's not too confusing that way, and it's not hard to implement. And as well as, especially because of the course, but it allows you to just dissect. And I love looking at it and kind of breaking down and figuring out and learning from what others do and seeing if there's anything I hadn't thought of yet. So again, with that snapshot, you have that course that walks through it, the GHL 101 bonus course, which talks more about that agency side a little bit. And you also have the Interactive Academy training snapshot. So this is a snapshot with a few different resources that are meant to be those interactive templates. So it's one thing to watch somebody on a YouTube video or in a lesson click around, and it's another thing to do the clicking yourself. So this is where we have specific snapshot templates that are meant for you to click in it and play around and move things around in it as an educational tool. And it actually really does help solidify because you're doing the clicking and the moving around. You're not just watching somebody else do it. You have various times and opportunities to meet with our team. Like Beyonce said, on Fridays, we have our open Q&A as well as the rest of the week. And you can have various 15-minute meetings with our team as well. And we have the exams at the end of each level. So all 3 levels have short answer exams with multiple choice questions. And level 2 and 3 specifically also have long answer exams. And those are actual surveys that you're writing out the responses, and our team personally reads through them and grades them, which is really, really cool because we're looking for that. And we do that because things update all the time. So we want to make sure that we are grading accordingly of what's accurate that day, right? A little bit more about those exams. So again, level 1, that's that short answer. It's about 20 questions. Level 2 and 3 are about 40. And each level exam, you need to get an 80% or higher to pass. So if you don't pass right away, you get to try again, but you want to review the material, submit again. And so you can keep learning, keep updating. And those short answer exams, you can take as many times as you want. And those long answers, again, are graded by our team to make sure that your understanding is building off of itself the way we want it to. And I'll hand it off to Beyond, especially because the whole Extendly support team is trained through this program. So yeah, take it away.
So we're not just attempting to build this course and provide it to you guys as well. We are actually also using it for our entire support team as well. Every single support agent that is coming on board with us is going through it. All of our existing agents are also going through it as well. Many of them have completed the certification as well. And what we found is, as we're also bringing in new team members, the first thing we do is put them through the course. And many of these are that have no idea about HighLevel and they've never used HighLevel. So we need to really spend the time with them to learn HighLevel, get them educated on the platform so they are able to provide helpful service to our clients and their clients. So as they go through, and if they're not passing, they're not failing, they're not, if they are failing, they're not understanding concept, it becomes really, really easy for us to assess and say, okay, you're probably not a good fit for us. So we've had a couple of people who attempted multiple times, didn't get through, that we just didn't hire because they couldn't get through. And then we've had many others that have gotten through and then gained a lot of the knowledge and retained the knowledge with them as well. And now they're actually working as support agents, providing support services to companies like yourself and your clients as well. And many of them we have a satisfaction rating in our live chat. So I recently posted in our group that we had achieved our goal of 96% satisfaction, positive customer satisfaction rating in live chat that day. Normally we hover around 91, 92%, and I had given our team a task to let's get us to 96%. Every day. We hit it once, we've hit it twice and 3 times since then. Right now, our average has gone up to 94%, and we've started to see the uptick on this satisfaction rating ever since after we've put them through, and many of even the existing agents had gone through, achieved their certifications. And now they're providing better answers, quality answers, they're troubleshooting better, they're understanding the platform as well. So it's not just for you guys, we're using it ourselves as well on a daily basis.
Right. And you don't have to take it from just us as well. We have a bunch of different reviews all over the place talking about the value in it. And it's great. Like, it's a work of art. I couldn't say it better than myself. And thank you very much. But all because learning high level shouldn't be overwhelmingly difficult. Agencies aren't sure where or how to get started. And it's overall, you're scrolling through videos, it's hard, and it's really, really difficult to find reliable, resourceful, and updated help. So again, our goals are to help reduce frustration, generate more revenue, and launch your project, provide a structured and directed way to learn the system, create confidence within the user to plan, strategize, build, and troubleshoot in the system. So now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the time to pick a lucky winner. So if you haven't already, we'll give like the next minute until I get to the Google Sheet for you to register if you have not already. And again, you cannot register twice, it is turned off. And if you go to events.theghlacademy.com/GHL experts, you will be able to register for the giveaway. So if you haven't already, you have until I go and click that whole list. So be quick, right? And again, this is $5,000 of value for free. You said that so fast, it's the ADHD.
This is your moment. Go ahead and register if you haven't
I'm
already.
letting you watch me.
Steph is going to
refresh.
What's the link? The link is, Steph, what was the link? I think
events.theghlacademy.com/ we're always right on the same time. All right. So I'll give it a couple more seconds for Donnell to get in there.
Your screen
link.
for some reason.
Oh, is it still on Canva? My bad. What about now?
There we go.
Sweet. So sorry. I was lying to you for a second.
There's the list.
All right.
Looks like everyone's registered.
3, 2, 1. It's closed. Let's go all the way down. This is a lot of competition, guys. All right.
Got 320
And
people.
copy. Blank. Nothing in there. This is like a magic trick.
Remember, this was a workflow that used the premium functions, the premium actions inside HighLevel that populated that list every time someone registered in there. So it populated that Excel sheet. We grabbed that entire list. We can't even see whose name is where, but Steph, spin, pray everyone.
All right.
That's your name.
3, 2, 1.
After the winner is announced, don't go anywhere. We've got some surprises for you guys as well.
Chantel Voss, are you here?
Let's make sure Chantal is here. And if you are, please unmute. Yay!
Sorry for audio. Awesome.
Great. Chantal, get in touch with Stephanie after the call.
I'll hit you up after and get you that code for you. But again, like Beyonce said, don't go anywhere. Congratulations, Chantal.
Now for the surprises. All right. Before we go in there, go ahead and go to the GHLacademy.com. You are going to want to pull this up right now. So go to the GHLacademy.com. And if you're there, you want to scroll down to the section so you guys all see what we charge for the courses. There's 3 levels. Steph, if you can pull it up on your screen as well, please. Level 1, level 2, level 3. It is level 1 is $299, and level 2 is $14.99, and level 3, which includes the certification, which Chantel just won, is $4,900. Congratulations again, Chantel. You are going to enjoy learning the course. Now, for the surprise, those of you that did not win, we have 25 people that are able to take advantage of this. So if you're the first 25, you're able to get any of those courses for 50% off with using the code GHL Expert. It is last time we did this, it sold out before we got off of the call. So I wanted to make sure you guys are able to take advantage of it. The code is GHL Expert. Is it with the S or without the S, Steph?
Oh, whoops. I didn't see I did that. I can super quickly double check just to be super sure. It is expert.
Expert.
Oh, S. That is
So
my
take advantage of that. And next week at the same time, no, actually, I'm sorry, at 2 p.m. Pacific, we are going to host another webinar, and this time we're going to give away 1 year of Extendly's live chat support, which is $4.99 per month. We're going to give you the whole year, which again turns out to about $5,000 for the year for free. We're going to select another winner. All of you guys that showed up today and registered to this will be automatically enrolled into the next one. So be sure to join us next week as well. Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, we'll get a post out on the group with all the details, and you will have the chance to win our white label live chat, 24/7 live chat support for free. And even if you are an existing customer, and if you're paying a monthly fee, whatever the case is, you are also eligible to win. It's not only for new customers, it's for everyone who attends. So be sure to
Melissa know.
And you guys, those were the two surprises we had. Thank you everyone for joining. We're going to open it up for questions. So if anyone wants to unmute themselves and ask the question, please feel free to do so.
And
I have a question. It was okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to jump over, Steph. Go ahead.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say again, the 50% off is only for 24 hours. So that is until 3 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And then it will drop to 25% until May 12th. So make sure you take up on that. And that's if you go for level 3 right away, that's $2,500 that you get to save. That's a lot of freaking cash. So definitely do that. Take up that offer, and take it away with the question.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to jump in there like that.
You're totally good. That was on me.
I'm always being the nice guy. I always end up at the point where I don't even get to ask my question because it cancels out the calls. But this time I took the advantage. All right. So I have a question. I did schedule a call with the coaches for Monday, and I'm pretty sure this 24 hours will not happen on Monday, right? So I wanted to find out. I know GoHighLevel inside out, not as good as you guys do, but just as much as I need to. But we are using Extendly now for the live chat support. We are going to be using it to be training our teams. So my question, though, is we want to walk away from having to train our clients on GoHighLevel. The only reason I say that is because we're kind of unique in the sense, I guess, I'm not sure, but we have our own software. We built a credit repair software. We're in the credit repair space. So we connected and integrated GHL immensely into it, like throughout the entire system. But we don't want to focus on teaching the credit repair business owners that we assist and we provide service for. We don't want to sit there and constantly train the GoHighLevel stuff, because we really want to focus on teaching them credit repair, how to use our software, how to grid generate leads, how to do all the other stuff outside of GoHighLevel. We noticed that a lot of these companies, they will, because GoHighLevel is attached to it for all the features, the reason why we attached it, but then they see it, they're like, whoa, I want to use everything. And it's like, God, that's not what we're trying to do, right? So what advice would you have? So when I do get on this call on Monday, what is that possible where you guys will come in and help us teach them? Maybe there's a coach that will come in and do all the coaching. I don't know, right? I might be dreaming here, but just let me know if I'm dreaming or it could possible.
Yeah, you're not too far off. The team is actually working right now to put white label versions of things in place as well. And we are also working on putting together coaching for your clients as well. We're trying to figure out whether that's going to be group coaching or per agency coaching. So give us some time. That is in the works at this time. It is not something we offer today to your customers. We do, of course, have our support services available directly to customers, but those are also coming down the road.
Yeah, and that should be a few weeks.
Well, feel free to use me.
Yeah, love it. And I'm excited to see you.
Feel free to use me for the. All right. See y'all then.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, the other questions were mostly in here about the white label version. And yeah, that's what we're working on right now, like Beyonce said.
I have a question.
Videos edited.
Jenny's got her arm raised.
Yeah, go ahead. Someone said I've got a question. Please go ahead and ask.
Hi. I was offered to purchase the number 1, and then you go into number 2, and then you go into number 3. And so I didn't know if I use the link, if I go into number 1 and just keep upgrading that way, or do I have to purchase all of it at one time?
Yeah, you don't have to go purchase all of them at one time. For example, the 50% discount starts from level 2 onwards as far as rolling over. It does apply to level 1 as well. But if you buy level 2 and then later once you're done with level 2, you want to get to level 3, that same 50% will carry over to level 3.
But
awesome. Okay.
Just be aware that all of that does end on the 12th. So in 24 hours, it will go down to 25. And on the 12th, they will all expire. So if you do that, you want to do that before
today
the expiration.
Correct.
Okay. So just to verify, if I go in and purchase the number 2 with the link, I'll be paying half price for that. And then whenever it's time for me to move on to number 3, I'll just have to pay the remaining of what number 3 would be at half price.
Correct. Not okay. If it's after 24 hours, it would be the 25% until May 12th.
Oh,
but
so yes. I have to finish number 2.
Yeah. So it may be a better strategy to go right for level 3 and use that 50% off, because you're going to save $2,500 on that. Than it would be necessarily to upgrade later, because that discount is going to drop after 24 hours and then expire on the 12th.
How long does it take to go through level 2? Usually?
Level 2 could take you about 2 weeks if you're dead. If you still are working with other stuff, if you're super dedicated, we've had people get through all 3 levels in about a week if you're really, really into it.
Okay. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. Jenna, I know you had your hand up for a while. You want to come off mute and ask your question?
Yeah, I was wondering, you mentioned something about like having a format to helping build snapshots. I missed part of that.
So in the Academy, you get 2 different snapshots. You get the quick start snapshot from Extendly and their course that goes along with that. And you get the Academy training snapshot, which has a few different templates in there that are interactive. And that allows you to kind of click around and learn as you're going. So instead of just watching somebody else click around on a video telling you how a funnel works, you're actually the one dragging and clicking around, and it's explaining that as you go. And then in terms of level 3, you're going through those project bases and you're learning to build an event or a lead magnet or an appointment. And you can, the point is that you're in your account, whether it's your HighLevel or the Sandbox account in level 3, you're building that side by side as you're working through those videos. And so by the end of it, you have an event base, a lead magnet base, an appointment base that you can now, it's generic enough where you can clone it and use it to build off of pretty much any project you work on. And then with those challenges, even after those project bases, that's where you're going to be applying them to specific requests. So now you're learning how to take those project bases and tweak them to fit actual requests. And then those you can also as well take and use those as templates if you'd like as well. So pretty much you get those 2 snapshots at any level. And then level 3, you're being specifically asked to build out these processes. So then you can always clone and use those as templates later. Does that make sense?
Yes. And then you said the document to help you map out the snapshot, which Zoom too.
It's not necessarily for a snapshot. It's more, there's a bunch of different worksheets and tools in there that talk through or help you frame and kind of outline your project. So we have like those project bases in level 3, like an event, for example, we walk through those in those video lessons, but there's also a workbook that is the written version, also talking it through step by step. So there's a lot of different resources in there that you can use depending on what you want in your snapshot, but you can use all of those to build the snapshot that you are looking to build.
Fantastic.
Okay, gotcha. And do you know, you mentioned on the last one that you're coming out with a white label version of this. Is this like 60 or 90 days out or sooner, or what you guys thinking?
So yeah, it is about probably about a month out, if not earlier. We're working really, really hard to get that out as soon as possible. Right now, all the videos are being edited and chopped up from our team, and hopefully not too far after that. But we will let everybody know as soon as that is ready to get on your hands. And
just
start
to
getting feedback.
Clarify on that as well, it is not the exact same content that is in this course. The white label version is very trimmed down. It's a very light version to make sure your customers are not overwhelmed. And it's particular to the use cases that we want them to utilize in as they sign up with you. It's something we hope that you would want them to go through immediately after signing up. It's a very short course, and it's to help them educate all the benefits that the software provides. So the idea is that once your customer starts, they don't get overwhelmed. They learn the platform to use it for the core functionality that it offers, and then they stick around with you for a much longer time versus dropping the subscription after not understanding the platform.
Yeah. Christian, your hand was next. And if you guys want to throw your questions in chat, we may be able to get through them a little bit faster as well. And get to more people.
Steph, we're supposed to be doing quick Q&A right now anyways, so we'll just continue as long as people want to ask where.
Oh yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Go ahead, Christian.
All right. So first of all, congratulations. I just joined HighLevel like a few months ago, and I signed up for Extendly a few weeks ago, and I've been using a few of your snapshots. So my question is, I have a lot of international clients, specifically Spanish and French. So who can I contact so I can get, like, for example, the quick, all the data, like, for example, the tags, the SMS, the emails, everything, all the text, I would love to get them like in a spreadsheet so I can translate them, give them to you guys. So you can, on the next level, you can have like the quick snapshot in Spanish or in French, whatever, to be available for everyone rather than just me trying to duplicate all the great work that you have done.
Gotcha. Go ahead and send an email to our support, and we'll go ahead and get that looked at and get back to you. So that's support@getextendly.com.
Gotcha. All right.
And
Thanks.
explain that, we chatted about this on the webinar, so we can get that sorted.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Yes.
Totally. Quick question before we move to Tiffany. If I have at the top level of Extendly, do I still need this? Yeah, this is going to be something that's always updated as HighLevel updates. So you can always come back. It is the lifetime deal at the moment. So you can always come back and watch when there's new updates and new features, help use it to train your team or hires, or even just assess that they're still staying up to date on it as well. So it's definitely usable regardless of what your knowledge, skill, or level is at. And I encourage you to even take the quiz on our website, again, the GHLacademy.com. There's a quick multiple choice 10-question quiz on there that's kind of like a little mini placement test on where you rank or fall in terms of our 3 levels. But of course, there's always something to learn, especially as HighLevel keeps updating. So that is great. And the link again, thanks, Beyond. And Tiffany, if you'd like to come off mute and ask your question.
Awesome. Thank you. So I've been in HighLevel for a couple of years, so I've already done like all the YouTube videos and stuff like that. So the part that I really struggle with, I pretty much have learned everything, but it's like the webhooks and like setting up complex zaps or like fake or something like that. Do you guys have that in the level 3, and how much of like how much of that is in the level 3? Because that's what I'd be looking for mainly.
Yeah, mostly we talk about webhooks and what they are and how they relate to workflows. So, using them as incoming triggers, incoming workflows, and as well as sending, or not workflows, but incoming webhooks, sorry, and sending webhooks back out as well. But we don't go too in depth in Zapier or Pabbly or Integromat on that end because they are entirely different softwares. So that would be like a bit much for us to tackle at the moment. However, we love those questions on our daily Facebook lives as well. So those are perfect ones to come on, especially on these Fridays. And that would be one that we would want to like walk through together. And then we can walk through your specific use case as well, or book a 15-minute with us throughout the program as well to talk specifically about your use case, because most people in the program may not need the webhooks yet. And especially as HighLevel updates more and more to kind of eliminate that side, hopefully, that Zapier won't even be needed at some point is the goal, right? But yeah, we don't go too in depth at the moment, but those live sessions and other meetings and stuff like that, we definitely could talk. Yeah, awesome. Leon, I think, was next.
Hey, Stephanie, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool, awesome. Now, I have a few questions. Now, first question is, will level 3 cover help me to achieve the goals, such as, now, as you mentioned, every clients have different niche. Let's say they are cost creators, right? They have complex funnels. Let's say this is a product launch funnels, and I need all the automations of workflow in place. Will level 3 cover this kind of strategic plannings, and then what kind?
Bet.
Include all the blind spots. All right.
Yeah, we specifically walk through the product purchase base as one of those 7 bases. And those, again, are appointment, event, lead magnet, freebie, email opt-in, membership. I feel like I'm missing one, but those main like project bases that tend to any request boil down to at some point, or connect to 2 or 3 of them. But yes, we do specifically walk through product purchase, and with that, we're going step 1, create your product. Step 2, create your funnel, and in that, we're talking about how to connect the product to the funnel, add your order form, things like that. What those workflows and those automations look like. And in level 3, there's also the build guides that go along with it, so you can walk through, watch all of the steps in one of those bases and yet still use that workbook or that build guide as a guide as well, whether you learn better by reading or watching, or you just want a quick reminder, or you just need something really, really easy to look at, whatever that may be. There's also those to go along with it. And those challenges is where you're going to practice taking those project bases and specifically tweaking them to fit certain requests. So you'll get practice not only building them, but applying them as well. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Now, which means whatever is being taught in the level 3s are the best practice out there, right? Best practices.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
Cool. Yeah, my second question is like, do you cover email deliverabilities in the level 3 as well?
I love that question. Beyond, I love to have you.
Email deliverability is a very expert subject that is not covered in this, but we do have Kristen Rushman in the group. She's joined us as one of our newest coaches, so she will be hosting sessions covering email deliverability as well, and the announcement on that goes out tomorrow. So she'll be starting her sessions thereafter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So another
Awesome.
special little nugget for you.
Cool. Yeah. So my last questions would be because just now you mentioned that the daily call is the same call exactly as the free call that we got in the free group, right? So thing is like, how do you prioritize like paying clients? Like let's say we sign up for any of the levels, right? From answering the questions that we have. Do you have a specific, I mean, in the program, do you have a specific help desk or I mean, what do you call that? Live call, right?
Yeah,
That's
like just what's the support specifically for the paying clients? Yeah, definitely. So you do get those free Facebook group calls like we're basically doing right now. And they are the same as the extended group. However, in the academy, you can leave as comments on any of the lessons, and we're constantly looking at those multiple times a day and trying to stay on top of those to respond as quickly as possible. So you're welcome to leave any questions on those lessons, and those are the ones that none of the regular Extendly people get access to unless you actually enroll in the course. So you don't get access to those lessons or the comments under that until you do enroll. And as well, you get a bunch of different opportunities. We have it all automated to make sure that you are every week. It's like, hey, do you have any questions? Let us know. You can respond to any of the emails that we send out. You can book 15 minutes with me and our team at any point. And that's where we're getting on one-on-one with you and talking specifically about what your questions are or what obstacles you may be facing at that time. So although those group sessions are a lot more, or are in those Extendly groups, those one-on-one specific question and answers are more one-on-one and in those comments in the academy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, thanks for sharing this one-on-one call, right? I love this customizations in terms of like specific to my case. Love that. Thank you so much.
For sure. Yeah, because a lot of the high level, it's hard because of those customizations. Like we were talking about in the beginning, there's one way to buy just a basic Dell PC from the store and put your login in, and there's the whole custom built PC, and you're really part of everything. And that's where HighLevel is great, but it also is overwhelming, and why we built this in the first place. Awesome. Carl, your hand was up next.
Okay. I am just trying to figure out, which of your offers, because I've been getting, a bunch of emails, and I met with one of your people over the last week or so, but frankly, I'm overwhelmed with all the different offers and pricing and everything like that. So I'm just trying to figure out a couple of things. I mean, one is that there's this, I think $149 a month support setup. And my understanding is that there is some type of client onboarding component to that.
Yeah, so let me cover that for you. What you're referencing is our 24/7 live chat support,
Yep.
which is $299 per month. It's discounted to $149 for the first 3 months. So you have access to that, and there is onboarding available as an add-on. It is not included in part of the support services. Onboardings are where we take your customer who has just signed up with you and wants to have their account set up. So we will take your customer, we'll do a tech call with them, which lasts about 30 minutes. We'll integrate their calendars, their GMB, their Facebook, their Zoom, whatever's needed to connect and get them set up there. And then we'll do a second call, which is a training call in which we go over the platform and educate them on how to use it on a day-to-day basis. So that's what an onboarding call is. Those are $99 per onboarding as you need them.
Okay. All right. And then there you have like a animated video offer. I built my own animation, which includes a lot of those elements, but I like yours. It's more complete than the one that I built. So that's something I'm interested in. But there's a variety of them. I'm not sure really what the distinction is, which one to pick, which one to use.
Yeah, so we have different variations of them. So you can select whichever one you like. You can play each one. They're all, the samples of them are right there on the website. Let me go ahead and share my screen so I can go through it with you real quick. So if you go to our website, go under products, explainer videos, that's where they are, where you can go straight to GHL Animation Studios. And then, so these are so these are the different types of videos and the correlated price for that particular video. You're getting the exact same video, the exact same script, the exact same animation as it is in each one of these. The difference is the color scheme, the branding, your logos, the voiceover changes to your voiceover. Those are all updated and customized to you. We're not customizing anything beyond that. So that there aren't requests, hey, can you remove a certain part or add a certain part to it? We're not able to do that. The video is exactly what you see here is what you get, except it's in your branding, your color scheme, your voiceover as well. And you have full commercial rights to use it as you wish. So there are 5 versions available right now. We've got the V1, a standard and an enhanced, which has a little bit better animation to it. The script is the same on both. We've got a V2, which is a different style of animation and a different script there as well. Then we've got a V3, which is we've got a short version and a long version of it as well. So the short version is 1:35, the long version is 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And then we do have a bundle pack as well, where you can buy all 3 of them if you the three of the versions if you wanted to do that.
Okay. And then my final question has to do with the ultimate business package. It's like $9.95 or something like that.
Yeah. So the small business snapshot.
Yes, that's it.
What's the question related to?
So my question there is, you're offering something like a quick start snapshot in your training module. Is there a relationship, or they're completely different things?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually gonna ask Charles to unmute himself after this and explain, because he's done a better job explaining it sometimes than I have. He has access to both of the snapshots as a customer, but essentially the quick start snapshot is a more trimmed down version of the small business snapshot. The small business snapshot keeps up with all of the features HighLevel builds. It's designed to be a robust, universal niche style snapshot, but it keeps up with all of the features that HighLevel adds on to it. So at this time, the snapshot's gotten quite a bit robust and frankly complex to a degree for some of the newer folks that may not understand HighLevel as much yet, which is why we built out the quick start snapshot. Charles, you've got anything to add on to that?
Yeah. So I'll say the way I explain it is I set the quick start to my entrepreneurs. So if they don't have a clear direction of where they're going, like they have their core set of services and products, they are an established business, I push them to my entrepreneur build, which is the quick start. It covers their bases. So it covers their inbound messages from all the different channels, business hours, responders. It covers their calendar, gets them a couple landing pages, but it is, I want to say like 14 or 15 workflows, somewhere right in that ballpark. So it's really easy to build upon. This way they can fully customize the system to their business as it develops over time, and they can easily add on to it. The small business, I label it as the small business in a box. It is for the people that have an established business. They know what direction they're going, and they want to just simply do their onboarding, log in, and start having their business running. That, to me, is what the small business is. Really, all they have to do is customize the text templates and the email templates for the 52-week nurture program, turn those workflows on, and they're done. That's it. And I tell them, just go to ChatGPT, have it generate 52 tips for text, 52 tips for email, copy and paste, you're done. And now you have a full-blown business in a box that will cover every angle of your business. But because there is well over 50 workflows already built into there, you have to be more cautious when building on top of it so that you don't break anything or have multiple things running at the same time. So if you're looking for heavy customization, but you want to make sure that you have your bases covered, Quick Start is the best one to start off with. If you want a business in a box, click and go right after the onboarding with little to do afterwards, small business is the way to go.
Okay.
They're both very valuable, but in their own regard.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate the explanation because I do have a niche that I'm aiming for. And I do like the idea of having a 52-week text and email plan and putting that into place. But I also have, people that are asking me for help in different businesses that are outside of my niche, but still interesting to me. I'd like to serve them as well.
Absolutely. If you're just getting started, I would start at the level of academy, learn the quick start snapshot because it comes with it as well, and then you always have the option to grab the small business as needed.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I must have missed something because is there a link or do I just go to Extendly for the level 2 that I was going to sign up for?
So you can go under products and academy for HighLevel. That takes you straight to the academy, and the code is GHL expert without the S. So if you go click on sign up, it'll take you to the pricing section, grab whichever plan you wish to go for, and then enter in the code when asked for during the payment information. It'll have a coupon code bar there, and you'll be able to select or enter in and apply the discount if it's still active.
Okay, that sounds great. I appreciate your help. Thanks for answering my questions.
Yeah,
I also did put the code in the chat again for anybody that needs it.
Great. Thank you.
Charles, you were next. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Well, I wanted to give you a huge shout. I'm not going to say what you did because I don't know that you want everybody knowing what you did, but I want to give you a huge shout out for helping actually one of my affiliates, but she's another agency, Lead Infuser. You taking that hour to do what you did the other day that says a lot. And so if you haven't used their service, let me tell you, there's no question about it. It's service is everything. And it's not just the white label support, the chat support, all that's great. It's everything that they probably shouldn't put themselves into that they put themselves into to help you out. They are a partner, not just a service provider. And I can't stress that enough. So thank you for that very much, Bent. So really appreciate you hopping on that call with her to help her with those tech questions. But I did have one question, and I know you're working hard on it. But I got asked by a couple people, onboarding. Any ETA on getting under 5 or ideally under 3? I know you're working hard on it. So
we're about 2 weeks away from having that accomplished.
Okay.
So teams were dedicated on that. I guess the SaaSpreneurs that we support have done a phenomenal job selling the product, selling their SaaS. So our onboarding calendar, the white label onboarding calendar that we provide onboardings for customers, got jam packed, where people were I think almost 10 or 12 days out where we could book their onboardings. So we quickly realized, well, we got to do something about, because they're doing a great job of selling. We got to bring our onboarding time down to the 3 to 5 days, which we originally offer. So now the team has been tasked with they've brought on additional onboarding members that are being trained to provide the onboardings, and we're also looking at a couple of different methods of providing onboardings as well to make sure in future we don't run into a bottleneck of this sort. But great job to everyone for selling the heck out of their SaaS.
Yeah, well, appreciate all the support, and I will say this: if you haven't done if you're questioning whether you should do the onboarding or not, when I have clients that are directly messaging me, thanking me for how nice my team is for their onboarding on LinkedIn, that's when you know they're doing a good job with onboarding. When you have your clients messaging you just out of the blue after their onboarding, because I don't even know when their onboarding call is. So I just get a message like, "Oh, I had a great experience with, whoever, and it was a great onboarding. They were really nice." And I was like, "Awesome. Glad to hear it. That's great." So if you haven't done the onboarding, it's a no-brainer, honestly. So
and those team members had to pass the certification as well, and they did it so well. Like, I mean, I was blown away by some of their responses. So very proud to have them on the team as well. Any other questions?
If anyone else has a question, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.
One that did come up that I'll run through a little bit about the sandbox account. So just a little bit more clarification on that. When you are in level 2 or 3, you get access to a free test account in the Academy agency. And that's for you to play around with, experiment, break. You can use it, you could not, but if you want to have a place to kind of experiment, or you don't want to mess up your own HighLevel account with, playing around, then that's a place for you to do that in. And it does close 7 days after you complete the certification, and we do monitor that. So it's not something that it's not like a free account and now you can start running your business. It is just for testing and exploring, but it's a really cool option to be able to play around in that. And that is in level 2 and 3. So again, whether you use the sandbox or not, you're still able to download those snapshot resources and all of the other resources into your account if you choose. And if you do choose to use the sandbox account and you need to snapshot things out, you just reach out to our team and we'll help you with that. But other than that, it does close 7 days after you finish the certification. But most people have their own HighLevel account that they're working in, and it's going smooth. So that's a little bit about that sandbox account, just because we had a few questions about that. And yeah, it's just go crazy, go nuts in it, break things, test things. it's a really great test account while you're working in that. And that's where those interactive templates are populated as well. But of course, you can also download those snapshots independently as well. How long does it take to get through all 3 levels? If you are decently dedicated, it takes about a month. Of course, if you are dedicating a lot more time, or you're saying, hey, I'm training, you're a new hire, first 2 weeks, go through this course. We've seen people go through it in as little as a week to a couple weeks. And there's some people that signed up at the beginning and never logged in, right? There's always a few of those. But it's a really great resource. It is lifetime, so you will continue to get access as we update it. And it's a really big community that we're trying to make there. And there's already 200 people in there. So it's really great. More than 200. I think we're
a little bit more than 200 people have gone through the course already. We've gotten some raving reviews from people that have experienced the course as well. From someone coming in brand new to now actually being able to understand HighLevel and have a shot at building a successful business within HighLevel. So,
and that goes as far as our own team again, not only Extendly support and all of their new hires, but my own brother and on our team, we have Morgan and Austin. Austin's my brother. And Morgan graduated with a psychology degree, and my brother worked at Ace Hardware. So neither of them knew what CRMs were or any of this stuff, Salesforce, none of it, let alone HighLevel. And so for the first week, 2 weeks, we were like, hey, just go through our certification. We'll know pretty quickly if you're good at it or bad at it, or if you hate it, right? And they all got through it. And once they got to the second level, we were already giving them stuff to do and tasks to work on, cleaning up tags, making smart lists, things like that. And then now they're building out whole processes for us, and we're leaning on them entirely for it. So it's really, really cool. And yeah, if you purchase level 2 or 3, you will only get access to level 1 at first. You have to move through them in order. And because now the content builds off of itself, if you go right to level 3, it's going to make no sense, right? It's like jumping, I don't know, like doing brain surgery when you've never done surgery before, kind of. That's definitely a lot harder. But anyway, yeah, so you do start at level 1. When you get that 80% or higher on that exam, you'll get access to level 2. Same thing there. And then that repeats. Just know that with level 2 and 3, you are doing the short answer exam as well as the long answer. So you do want to set aside a little bit of time to do those long answers. And then we personally grade those. So it takes us a couple days to read through those and get all the feedback in order, send you back your score, but then you get notified. And when you pass each level, you get a certificate sent to you. Depending on your address, we will try to mail it to you as well. Not everybody puts valid addresses and stuff like that. So we try our best to get those mailed out to everybody who can. But yeah, you start at level 1, you work your way up. So yeah, do we have unlimited quizzes? For the short answers, because those are multiple choice, you can take those as many times as you want, especially if we make updates, new features come out, and we update those questions and those quizzes, you may want to take those again. However, the long answer exams, we don't try to grade those more than once. So we do want to try and keep those long answers, just one submission for those long answer exams. And just so that we're spending time on the people that really need to be graded that haven't done it before. But in terms of the short answers, you can take those as many times as you'd like. And for Coach Kelly J, how can I get my assistant in on it? There is a page that once you sign up and you get into the course in the lessons resource, you can go to a page. It's $49 for an additional person per person. And that is access to the content. So that adds them to it with their own login, and they're being tracked and graded on their own, but we do not give them the actual certificate or the certification. So they're just going through the content. They're not certified in anything. But if you do want to get them fully certified, it's an additional $3.99 per user. And yeah, let me grab you that link quick if you're ready for it. Let me, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, if they don't need to be certified, you don't need to go through that. The certification payment, you can just add them as a user to get your staff members to learn as well.
Right. So you can add as many people as you want, $49 a user for no certifications, $3.99 a user for certifications. But that is what that is. Carl, haven't received a login password yet. Make sure you check your spam. May take a minute to get there, but I can double check that as well. Are there any VA agencies? That's a good question. Beyond, do you want to take that as I check on Carl?
Absolutely. So Jenna, we have had several VA agencies who are subscribed to our program, and they're putting.
I got it now.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And they are putting their VAs through the program as well. RepStack is one of them. They're getting their VAs through. Steph, what's Tom's agency's VA agency's name? I've just skipped my mind. It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
Why can't I remember it either? I'm just thinking Tom Pierce.
So, yeah, Tom Pierce, his agency is also, their VAs are also going through it, and along with several others. Level 9, not yet. I don't think we've been reached or contacted by Level 9 yet, right? Joe Rare?
Yeah, Exhalation is that VA company with Tom Pierce. Yeah, no, we haven't worked with Level 9 yet. We want to get some.
Jenna, tell them about the course. Let them know, get their VAs in here.
For real. Allie Boyd, who does a lot of YouTube contents and stuff, a lot of you guys may not recognize that name. She actually has her VA going through it. She signed up when it was still the certification program at the very beginning, and so her VA has gone through it, loves it, left a really great review. So it's really cool to be helping those other people helping other people as well. And everybody wins at that point. But yeah, and then I did see a question a while back. I don't know if we ever answered it, but while we're on the topic, someone had asked the relation to Dominic Baptist as well. Beyond, I don't know if you want to explain that.
What was the question? Sorry.
Someone had asked our relation to Dominic Baptist.
Oh, Dominic Baptist. Okay, so Dominic is an affiliate partner with Extendly, and he is also an affiliate partner with the Academy as well. We are going to be doing a webinar in his group over the next couple of weeks, sharing the Academy services there as well. And we've worked out an exclusive sort of an offer for Dominic, which he's able to offer to his user base.
Yeah, so keep on the lookout for events with him and his group. And if you aren't aware, you might as well join so that when we post about it and tell everybody about it, you get the info for that as well. Awesome. Any other questions? How has he been so successful? Paid ads, I believe.
On the affiliate side. I'm assuming, he does a lot of content. He is 100% focused on bringing affiliates in. So he's found himself a very niche market that he's targeting, and yes, he does do paid ads as well. And his videos on TikTok, YouTube produce a significant amount of attraction to people. I can't go in exact details. I myself don't even know all of the details of his program and how he's.
Who can understand that brain?
But he's he's found himself a very niche market to go after.
But the thing with that though is those are all, he's bringing these people in at mass too, and other people are doing the same thing, but how are you training them? How are you possibly able to support that many people by yourself? And so that's another reason for the academy. I mean, just it seems a little cliche to bring it up now, but it really is, because those are all, you can bring in as many affiliates as you want, but if they're out the door in the same month or even in a couple months, you're not really getting anything out of it. You're just churning and hoping that, someone buys into it and stays long enough. So this is just another way to support those affiliates and make them stay longer, retain them as an affiliate, and keep that monthly revenue coming in. And especially if you're an affiliate of the academy too, you can, be like, hey, you refer them over to us and you get paid if you refer clients to us. It's all, everybody wins yet again. Yeah. Awesome.
Fantastic. So, hey guys, feel free to ask any questions. We're here for another 10 minutes to answer anything you have. Anything that comes to mind, bring it on.
Right. Carl said, I'm thinking it makes sense to sign up for your monthly offer through Dominic's affiliate program, but his Facebook group is crazy. He's not supporting people well in the Facebook environment. I haven't seen any way to get a question answered in his Facebook. It's out of control. Yeah. Again, so just more methods for people to get in contact with people that can help, the merrier, right? Everybody.
Right. And also to sort of touch upon that with Dominic, we are becoming his support team as well. So we're there. I believe we're in his courses also. So all of his team, all of his affiliate signups can claim our bonus, and you get 30-day for free as well if you're 30-day free of our support. So when you're just signing up with HighLevel and have questions, feel free to join that, learn or ask questions as you need to. And if you like our support, stay with it. If you don't, you're free to cancel after 30 days. And even after 30 days, we do offer a 30-day money back guarantee, which actually our team is suggested yesterday, and it's being updated over the next few days to 90-day money back guarantee, because we're so confident. We want to make sure of our services. We're so confident. We want to make sure that you're not even going to need to worry about canceling. So we're free to offer a 90-day money back guarantee. If you need to, you can. It's 100% risk-free, but we're confident that you're never going to need to. So it's there to make you feel at ease.
Right. Yeah. And better yet than just canceling, getting your money back, talk with them. I've never worked with another team that is so responsive and willing to try and put solutions in place as quickly as possible, even if it means giving up their weekends or different hours and messaging when you're in a wedding in a different country and all of that. So it's really, really amazing to work with that team. And I'm saying that as Extendly client, not as a partner. Our cultivating sales agency uses Extendly. It's amazing. And you can really go to them and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. This is, a little bit clunky. How can we make that better? Like Charles just did, ask the question about, the onboarding wait. And Beyond got on it right away. And that's something that they're already working on. And so if you do have any hiccups, talk with them. And they're an amazing team that really does listen and try to implement any solution as quickly as possible and continue to improve off of that as well. Not just done. They really, really, really keep it updated. And it's an amazing partnership as well as client, vendor relationship as well.
Thank you, Steph. Lori asked a question. If I can go straight to level 2, or do I have to go through level 1? Lori, we do recommend that you go through level 1, but ultimately the decision is yours. If you do want to straight jump into level 2, send us a message. We're happy to unlock it for you, but it is highly, highly recommended. Go through level 1. Level 1 only takes you a couple of hours to get through the entire thing. It's not that difficult of a course. And like I said, all the videos are very, very short. So you'll get through it fairly quickly. But if you ultimately do want to go straight into level 2, by all means, just send us a message and we can unlock that for you.
Yeah, but that level 1 exam is only 20 multiple choice questions, so it's not too difficult to get past. And if you know your way around, I challenge you to take it and see if you can get through it without doing anything. And if you can't, we'll see. But hopefully you'll be able to if you do know it, and then you can move to level 2 right after that. So yeah, if you purchase level 2 or 3, you already and always will start at level 1 to work your way up. And then she also asks, direct message, my members can also use the levels with me. No, you'll want to give them their separate login. I put the link in the chat, and I'll put it in the chat for anybody else. There is an additional small fee if you want them certified or not. If you are okay with them not being certified, it's $49 per user. If you want them certified, it is $3.99 per user. But once you've opted into the program, you do get a discount on adding other users, and you can add as many people as you want. That gives them their own dedicated login. They're being tracked separately. You're being marked as that progress update person. So then you're getting updated as well as they are going through the program. And they're basically going through it just like anybody else. But you do get that insane discount. I mean, really, really insane discount. And depending on if you want those certifications for them or not. So that is that. Sweet. Last couple minutes here.
Yep.
Joel, let's hear it.
Hey, can you confirm I was on the phone with the prospect? So if I want other people to access it, if I'm the main person, if I want other people to access it, it's $49 per month. Is that what you said?
Yeah, per user. So you would register each person one by one. And then, what was that, Ben?
Sorry, I was just saying it's not per month. It's a one-time fee of $49, not per month, for each additional user. Once you have the main license purchased for the course, you can add additional users that are in your team for the additional $49.
And that is for the no certificates. So they're not certified, but they do get access to the training pretty much like anybody else. And then it's just $3.99 per user if you do want us to send them their certifications and all of that.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Anything else? Or Beyond, do you have any other exciting announcements? Oh, is there the capability to see what they have completed? Yeah, the best with that is just to ask, but we do send weekly updates as well as milestone updates. So if they submit an exam, if they pass an exam, they fail an exam, what their feedback was, what score they got. You do get consistent updates about that person's progress or the people's progress. And then in terms of just kind of seeing where, just shoot us a message and then we'll kind of get a compilation of all of your people and send you an update that way. But yeah, right now it's all automatic and you don't have to worry about it. And you don't have to be like, oh crap, when's the last time that I asked how their progress was on that? I have no idea. You're already getting emails for it, right? So when you think about it and it comes to you at 2 a.m., there's probably an email already in your inbox somewhere with an update. So yeah. There is that. Charles, do you have another question?
Yeah, I know this was mentioned at some point a while back before the new chat experience came out. There was mention of possibly being able to see the interactions at the agency side. Any roadmap on that? That's
actually being worked on right now. So with the extended dash now being built inside your HighLevel account under the agency view, there's going to be a reporting section that'll come live shortly. I don't have an exact ETA on that, but we're approximately 2 to 3 weeks away on that. It may take longer if we run into some issues, but you'll be able to see satisfaction rating that is just for your agency. You'll be able to see how many people were dissatisfied in the chat when they came in, and you'll be able to see their chat transcripts. And if we opened up a ticket because the chat agent wasn't able to resolve it in chat, or they needed to be escalated, you'll be able to see the ticket history as well. That is going to be released version by version in stages, but that's the entire scope of that reporting project, where there will be full transparency in terms of what is being done on our side, and it is fully visible to you on your side.
Awesome. Thanks.
Love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we just hit the hour, and I believe we're out of questions. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to give us your attention here. And we hope we can make some of you experts in HighLevel, and you are able to thrive within this platform and be on the stage.
nice, Charles.
Be on the stage, earning the SaaSpreneur Award. We'd love to hear about your success. Charles, thank you very much for that.
Was that a Stream Deck?
Yeah, it's Stream Deck. I use Ecamm
I
Live.
want one so bad.
Just go spend the money.
I know, but
Just do it. Just do it. Don't do like me though, where everybody at Best Buy knows me by my first name. So don't be that person. It costs.
Why not?
One quick question though. This has been bugging me. When are you gonna roll out like a package for snapshots?
So the teams discussed it a few times.
I see that smirk. Yeah, yeah.
It's been discussed several times. Our CMO he's brought it up a couple of times as well. Ryan, who's our sales manager, he's brought it up as well. So it's in discussions. We're thinking about what's the best way to be able to offer that. There you go. If you got any insights on that.
Well, and I'll just say, I mean, I take a very unconventional approach to selling HighLevel. I do basically the opposite of what every coach out there says to do. So I do not niche down at all, in any way, shape, or form. So for me, it's probably at least every other day that I go to the snapshot store to see if you've released a new one or not, or if it's still sitting in the queue, or what's going on with it. Because how I envision it is taking my pricing page, which is from the SaaS in the Box, by the way, and turning it into, a one price, pick your industry, pick your niche, and here it is. And of course, that all ties into what HighLevel is coming out with the additional SaaS configurator slots. I can't really launch it to that point anyways until that's completed on HighLevel side, but that's what me and a couple other people have been talking about, is like, maybe we should just turn our pricing page into a snapshot. Like, here's your industry, pick your industry. And, just have a flat price, and that way, and if you're full SaaS, then you pick your snapshot and it's automatically loaded through the configurator, and on they go.
That'll become easier. Sean and the team have mentioned a few times that they're going to launch multiple plans. So you're not just tied into the 3 plans in the SaaS configurator. So once they do that portion of it will become much easier to be able to offer multiple different plans and tie in particular snapshots with each one of those pricing points as well. Yep.
Yeah, and that's why I keep looking for a bundle or something. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to end up buying all these, so I'll just send you a message on Messenger.
So we're working on something, Carl. We're working on it. We have different snapshots in mind. We have some snapshot revisions, improvements, new additions. We want to find ways of simplifying it. So if you are working within 20 or 30 different niches, we have it ready to go. You just have to configure the same snapshot. We have the funnels ready to go for you in every single version of it. So you get this one, now you just configure it according to what you need it for. we're trying to minimize the customization work you need to do for each of the niches that you
Yeah.
we want to
Yeah.
simplify because we're trying to simplify for you because it's works for us as well. The more we simplify for you, the easier it is for you to go live and the less questions are for you on our side. So we want to keep it as easy as possible. And the bundle,
and that's how I'm looking at it from the small businesses. I can use it for anything, but then if I have the insurance snapshot, well, that's just built for insurance. And so those people, they can really take advantage of how much further customized it is for that industry rather than having to try to customize the small business to work for insurance. So exactly what you're talking about, Patel.
and the bundle pricing, we literally brought up the beyond, I think for the last 3 months, we keep talking about it. It's one of those things we talk about, then we get sidetracked with something else. Because in order for us to get bundle pricing, we need to build a shopping cart. Are we going to use a shopping cart? We go to a third party. No, we want to stay on HighLevel. So it becomes one of those circular discussions. And then it's like, all right, park it for another time. But we're going to do it. Since you kind of brought it up again and you kind of you're going to push us. I think me and Beyond are going to talk about it again after the call. Like, all right, let's go forward now with this. And the fact
or just message me a price. Say, look, this is what we'll sell it to you all for. And we'll just get you the links.
We're on it.
There you go.
Appreciate your support, sir. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we're out of questions. If any last questions, come on out, unmute yourself, ask. Otherwise, we appreciate you all being here. And thank you very much. Have a fantastic Friday.
See you next Friday. Bye.
Want to learn GoHighLevel in a structured format? Check out the GHLacademy.com by Extendly. We guarantee to save you 6 months of wasted subscription costs for HighLevel. Just visit the GHLacademy.com.